Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Hope you're all doing fantastic. Just a reminder, everything we're about to do is just for educational and entertainment purposes only. We do not trade with live funds, and this is strictly just used to demo and paper trade. My screen should be popping up now. I try to put labels at the very bottom of each chart, so for the newer folks who are not members, you don't have to guess which asset we're on as we flip between assets quickly with the True Algo system. It's one of our bigger advantages. So SPY's over here on the left, QQQ in the center, Russell over here on the right, and Russell is currently in a winning short. And I actually need to label the main template. This is for the ES folks on the left, NQ on the center left, US 30 folks, you're over here on the center right. And then lastly is the True Algo secret sauce, which is SQQQ, which most people do not use, nor know, nor how it works. Move this down. All right. But yep, good morning. Hope you guys are all doing absolutely fantastic. I'm excited to be here with you guys today. Just give me 1 second to tag everybody on our Discord side. And if anyone has any questions at all, feel free to let me know. True Algo members, I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend, longer weekend with the holiday. Just give me 1 second to grab. At some point, I'll find the button. We are live. That looks fantastic. And tag everybody on Discord. And good. I can see you guys on the Discord side too. Upload looks good. So, fantastic, man. Wish you guys all a good morning. Intact text as well. Crypto is bearish from our True Algo swing system. MMX, I will explain it to you in just 1 second. Let me write these notes for people that are walking in. Loose Pot, welcome. Cotere, welcome. West, Baba, and Peter, hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Let me write these notes down real fast. Crypto is bearish from our True Algo swing system. Russell is currently short. ES is short, but you need the NQ to provide short confluence, which it has not. But if you're someone who trades the ES right now, you should only be looking for reasons to short, not long. You guys see the SQQQ's blasting off? And then Russell just won. There's the full average win on Russell. That's, again, our average win on Russell right now, it's so pretty, is 134 points. Again, no bullshit that you're going to get fed from other places. But if you're ever like, man, I always take profit too soon, I just want to show you. 134 points. Average win by True Algo system, 134 points. And then whoop. And look, there's no reason to take profit here. And for any of you guys that trade gaps, like I would never, I'm not going to hate on any of your gaps, but like there's a tiny gap here. There's a gap there. There's a whole gap there. So which gap is it? And if I change time frames, well, which time frame is going to work best? And that's kind of the whole point. Like this, it's so much easier when you have a predictive system that tells you the average win amount. And it doesn't get better than that, man. Look at it on the 1 minute. Like literally we'll tap. It's nuts. And now move your stop all the way into profit. Secure the whole bag if you want. And enjoy the rest of your day. It's just absolutely literal money. Fantastic. All right, moving on. Back over to these index plays. So where are you at? Grant, welcome. MMX SQQQ, and I'll just type it for you so you got it. And this is the only thing you learn from us. Totally fantastic, whether you join or don't join us. So the SQQQ is the inverse relationship to the NQ. When it confirms from True Algo bullish, you want to short the NQ, etc., and vice versa. And so if you reverse this statement, sorry for the text overlapping. If you reverse this statement and the SQQQ confirms into a bearish confirmation, then you look for reasons to long the NQ. But that's what the SQQQ is. So I hope that helps. You can see that Russell's still buying up from our take profit line. Let's look at some other assets real quick. The Flex, let me know which monthly you're looking at. So like, if you guys, for any of the newer folks, you'll see that people are talking about our monthly system. So for all you swing traders out there, I have the UVXY up, not the SQQQ. Apologies about that. This is the SQQQ. UVXY is the opposite of the ES. But for those of you guys asking about the True Algo monthly system, this is it right here. I'll turn these daily beacons and scalps off real quick. So this will print only one time a month. And for the True Algo members, you should be using this on the 4-hour time frame. For the swing shorts that got set up on Bitcoin, telling us a short between 97 and up to 99.5 on Bitcoin. And then simultaneously, when you got up here, Tether and ETH did the same thing. ETH put in the shorts at 33.3. And then there's your simultaneous swing shorts. And then you hold it down at least to the next weekly box. Or sorry, next monthly box. And that's how you roll. And you can see Tether over here. Also simultaneous, all three. So this is our True Algo swing trifecta. And all three of them have created a perfect monster of a short position on those. And that's brand new. We just debuted this to the True Algo members. The goal is in 2026, and most of you guys are operating on prop firms. As you see, more and more of those prop firms are going under with no warning. And so the goal is to slowly but surely fund a personal account for you to practice on. Again, we just practice here with for taking swing ideas more often rather than being scalp traders. The house has the edge if you're only scalp trading. So something that we're going to do to be helping you guys. Gold currently is in a neutral position. It's stuck in the weekly, guys. There's too many boxes right here. So gold is neutral. Gold is neutral and will be difficult to take an idea during NYSE. Silver is currently in a bullish confirmation and in retracement, but you need gold to provide a confluence for it to take the idea. The SPY is currently in a bullish confirmation right here. And then QQQ is neutral. Flex. And then Flex, they're not asking me, they're asking you. You notice that on my QQQ and SPY right now, yours is probably over here on the left side of the boxes. And sorry, my screen, there it is. Right here, click this little hexagon and then session, make sure you're on extended trading hours. We want to see where True Algo is starting in the pre-market for all ETFs and stocks rather than right when New York opens. It gives us an advantage because we can have a view of where New York's going to go before the actual opening bell prints. Thank you for helping him, Roman. You guys see how that Russell's still holding true to the True Algo win? And that's where price is going to stop now. Stocks, Amazon is telling us to be bullish for New York Open. We still got a while to go. Apple is telling us from right near the open. This matches the SPY. That Apple is telling us to be bullish for New York Open. Microsoft was bullish, but you can see right now starting to push down. And in 4 minutes, Microsoft can print into puts, and then Microsoft will be going against Apple and Amazon for shorts. And then though this looks pretty over here on NVIDIA, NVIDIA is currently neutral. It hasn't hit our box yet. So NVIDIA is neutral, N for neutral. DXY, for any of you guys that are not members, had monster shorts on it earlier, starting a bearish trend. You can see in our dashboard here, and for True Algo members, we just debuted this new dashboard, updated. We are trending bearish through the lower zone on the daily and on the weekly. And then the monthly, we just tapped it, and we're upgrading the monthly side on DXY or certain assets. We haven't released it yet for DXY. This is just the weekly system. There's no monthly yet on the DXY. We're getting ready to debut that, though. But for the Forex folks, DXY is at the very last point where it's supposed to trend for the week. So there could be monster long opportunities if we push up from this point. As long as we don't close in this red box, 80% of the time, True Algo will push DXY up. As soon as you close inside this double stack red box here, then it's going to be short city on anything that starts with USD for Forex folks. But as of right now, this is looking probable. So we're waiting for the closes there. The pound was super pretty on the way up. There's no reason to short here on the pound because there were no shorts on or longs on DXY. And now the pound is currently neutral. So for you Forex folks, you got to wait. I'm going to stay on bigger candles for the crypto folks on these 4 hours with our swings. Just it's going to look a little bit prettier. Make it a little bit easier to read the charts. So here's Bitcoin's in the center always. ETH's on the left, Tether's on the right side. And there we go. Trying to make sure I'm not missing your questions. I'm confused in why the green and red box are both there on the monthly. Flex, are you talking about on the dashboard? The dashboard, correct? Yeah, we are currently updating this. It shows like that for any asset that has not released the monthly yet. So if you look over here, we have the monthly available on crypto. We have the monthly available on the ES, the NQ, US 30, gold, and silver. You notice how they're correct right here? See how it just says range bound? That's why on DXY, it's showing you can't trend red and green through the high and low. That wouldn't make any sense. So it's just a system letting you know it's currently not active. So watch. Give me 1 second. Does that make sense? Okay, sweet. Thanks, buddy. If you have any other questions, man, let me know. We just got a new close, folks, so we can update everything for stocks and ETFs as well as the index futures. And so over here, the ES is now in a neutral position. The NQ is still neutral. US 30 is still neutral. We know we're neutral, guys, because we're still stuck in a box. So for all of you aggressive scalp traders, you shouldn't be doing anything right now. If you are going to be doing anything, you should be looking for reasons to short based off of a bunch of the indexes. But really right now, you should be sitting on your hands. And then our Russell is still in a bearish confirmation, though neutral after we've hit our full take profit on the right side of our screen. QQQ is still neutral. SPY is still in a bullish confirmation. So this is conflict in and of itself. So therefore, that's telling us to back off. So right now on ES and NQ, stay neutral. Sit on your hands. It's important as traders to remember that you can't get into a trade every single time you get on the charts. There could be some really good plays here on DXY and Forex, so we'll have to keep watching that. And nothing else has changed on anything else. So if there's anything you guys need me to pull up, let me know. Gold starting to push up a little bit stronger. Note that gold is reversing bullish, guys, from the DRH. That's the daily reversal high. And then silver is still stuck at the daily intermediate high right here in a bullish confirmation. It's like one of the things like I'm watching as we're stuck in that weekly system is silver looks like this. Trying to get some sense of this to blast off. And at the same, actually, there's a really good sniper entry right there. Man, I'll tell you what. But the over here on gold, that would be that sniper entry right there. But you can't take the idea, statistically speaking, because you are stuck within the weekly system. So now we're picking and choosing what looks good. And so now we wait, my friends. Still sit over here on the Russell because not really much else to do. So 15, you are asking, it's a green candle that has to close above and a red below a zone to take a short long the NQ. Does the rule of 3 ticks minimum on candle close still apply? Yes, the rule of 3 ticks does still apply. So for any of you asking what that means, or just to show some, in case there's any confusion, I'll just show you over here on the Russell. So you can see there's actually another short confirmation right there. Again, we're looking for a candle that hits a box or a box that's been hit, and then you close bearish underneath it. And so you measure whether or not there was 3 ticks. And you can see over here for this short, it was 9 ticks below that box. Therefore, it's valid. And let me see if we can, right here. You see there's a green candle close right here above this box. So that would be bullish confirmation unless this isn't 3 ticks. And it was 3 ticks on the dot, and it did win. So these are all valid. Still trying to find one that I can show as an example that's not valid. Maybe it's this one right here. This one doesn't count, though, because you hit both boxes. But just to show you, if you measure from where that candle closes to there, that wouldn't be a valid long position. So yes, the 3 tick rule still applies. For anyone watching, why do we do that? When we back test and then forward test our system, assets that only confirmed 1 or 2 ticks above or below a box tended to provide a loss 80% of the time. So therefore, the rule is you must close 3 ticks higher or lower than a box for it to be valid. Now, if you're in a position and it loses, like it closes on the other side of a box after being in a position, so let's say like the Russell lost here. Let's say the Russell did this. If it only closes 1 tick above this box, then that's a loss. And now instead of your loss being the average, it actually is a smaller loss in that case if that were to happen. So it's just for new play openings, it has to be at least 3 ticks. Hopefully you guys notice that the Russell is continuing. And again, I don't trade, and we don't teach people to trade on the 1 minute time frame unless you want to be trading with bots and losing more over time. I just want to show you how, if you're a 1 minute trader or someone who wants to be on the 1, 3, or 5 minute, again, average win 134, pops the average win 134 on your 1 minute time frame, and then now it's starting to reverse upwards. You want, if you're going to use small time frames, you need to operate them in our box. So from here, if you're a 1 minute trader, you got to sit here on the 15 minute. You want to wait for a confirmation to happen between these 2 boxes. Then you can zoom into your 1, 3, or 5 and then find an entry. And I'll show you what I mean. Like if you look at these shorts right here, so you can see these confirmations below this box. As soon as it happened on a 15 minute time frame, let's actually show the example. So circle the 15 minute candle. Right here. Sorry, there's a little bit of delay on YouTube. So here's the 15 minute confirmation. And then now you go to the 1 minute time frame. And you see how the 1 minute didn't print a short yet. And so right here on this circle, this would have been, for those of you guys that short the 1 minute or long the 1 minute, right there is your short. Now, in this case, it worked exactly the same as our 15-minute time frame that we teach you on. So for those of you guys that use those small time frames, man, like real traders and people who do this long term, you might find a trader who can use these 1 minute time frames in front of you, but like it's so rare. Trading's already hard, and if you're going to sit here and try to play on those time frames, you're begging to get ripped over and over and over again. And so if you're not sure what rip means, you should definitely look it up. And so now we wait, folks, for the next close here in 9 minutes. And then this close will be an update across all assets. So it's a good thing too. It's going to be a little boring. So if you guys have questions, let me know. True Algo members, any questions you guys have on the new monthly system, I'm here to help you, man. The ES was absolutely beautiful on the monthly as well over here. Just want to show you guys. And maybe it's not even to like swing trade, because like I know a lot of you guys on prop firms, you can't swing trade. They don't allow you. And then those of you guys that are on personal accounts, maybe the maintenance margin is too high. But one way you can think about it is like when you get up to this True Algo monthly box up here, you see this for the ES, this is not where you start being aggressive in long. So maybe it's just what you do is when you get up to this box for the monthly, you finally start being aggressive in your sizing on shorts. So when you get a short from True Algo, you size bigger than normal because the monthly swing system is telling you to short. That could be a new edge for you. Okay, so right now, until we get all the way down here to this next monthly box, you would be aggressive in shorts, and then you would be non-aggressive in your sizing for long positions. That's how you can use this for people who want to use a swing perspective, even if you can't play on a swing account. We're going to do the monthly stuff live tonight. I did make a video last night as we just released the updated indicator and interface, a quick 4-minute video just to help you guys get some questions answered on what this stuff means. And then we'll be using the 4-hour a little bit today on our macro update stream at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as a group. But right now, you just using that monthly the swing system on the 4-hour, bud. So HR, I appreciate the kind words. The strategy on face value is simple. That when you approach a box here, when you confirm a bearish candle below it afterwards, that's where you would short, like this. And then with most of these assets, you see this little True Algo stat box. It gives you what the average position sizing is. So that will help you know how long to hold your trade or not. And you hold for the average or when the next box gets hit. So if you come up to this box right here and you pop it, but then you close inside of it over and over again, no close above or below, you're neutral. Then if you close above it, there's your long that gets triggered. Okay? But like that's easy to teach, but like other systems that maybe that's their only signal, you got to have help on live, and there's going to be more to that. The biggest issue being for most traders and why you say we're so accurate. Like right now, you're going to hear me keep saying you're neutral. The ES and the NQ, which is right here, we treat them as sister assets, and you can't take longs or shorts unless they both say to go long or short. Simple as that. That might mean a lot of time you don't get to do anything, but here's an example. With these assets, I appreciate, again, your feedback on what you're saying, but one of the reasons why it's accurate is all of these things have been back-tested and then forward-tested, more importantly, to be backed up with stats. They're not just picked randomly, and it's based off of decisions that you would make on live candles.
We are 3.5 minutes from the next close on all assets. Reminder, True Algo members, the weekly system for SPY and QQQ will print off right at New York Open. It will update. We did get a bearish confirmation on Microsoft. So we're getting a little bit of conflict now in the stock market. That could mean that we're going to see some chop for New York Open. So if you look over here, Amazon is bullish, Apple is bullish, Nvidia is neutral, and now Microsoft is bearish. So you can see conflict. That's why we put the positions on there. So you don't have to keep looking at technical analysis tools on the charts. We want to be consistent. I think that's HR, as you ask your questions, Bud and Fatine, I appreciate your commentary with them. But this is something that's really important. Like, we're just trying to be consistent. Most other people talk about consistency, but as soon as you change the time frame up here, or you change your indicators over here, and then you change your time frame, all your consistency goes out the window. If you keep changing your chart on an asset class that you're watching because you're bored, that's not consistent. So what you'll see here is my template stays the same, and we are trying to be consistent for our decisions in a system, markets, with markets being the system, that is never consistent any day ever. Yes, there's patterns. Yes, all these things are going to happen, but we are consistent with our system and strategy compared to what I will say 95% of traders who act as if they're consistent, but they're not. So we truly are here to help you guys. This is why I also go live every single day to help members on live candles learn the system quicker, but also help them if I think plays are good or bad, irregardless of the system. So if the system gives us a long position and I think it's going to be a loss, because, I mean, you can see here, man, we don't have a 100% win rate. We don't have a 90% win rate, okay? We have assets that are usually a 2R and have a 70 to 80% win rate on average, which is very profitable over a long time, as long as you have patience and you have self-control and management of your position sizing. And that's what I'm here to help with. I also help people know when to be aggressive and not be aggressive in sizing. You saw me talk earlier about that with the monthly system. 2 minutes from the close. Gold is about to put in a new high off of that box again. It's not something I'm in. I'm just letting you guys know. Oil is about to lose off of the weekly close and about to print new shorts here on the close here in 2 minutes. We're also hitting my macro box on oil, everybody, right over here. So this is really important. True Algo members, you guys will notice on the 4-hour time frame, you are smacking right into my macro reversal and True Algo and the daily. You got daily, weekly, and me, all simultaneous on a 4-hour time frame. So let New York open on oil, and then wait 30 minutes after New York opens, and then you'll get confirmations on a 4-hour time frame to help you be predictive. But right now, this is a neutral state. You guys can see that the boxes and now my personal box has been hit too. So I would just chill on oil at the moment. Did I miss any other questions? I think I got them all answered. Sweet. Crypto folks, we are actively pushing further and further down on those shorts. And just so you guys can plan, Tether is almost to the weekly box, crypto folks, but Bitcoin's got further to go. So Bitcoin is telling us that it wants to go further, just like Tether is. ETH is going to continue to pull down. And this is a really good prediction from Sunday's post about ETH in total 2 and total 3 were both already bearish. And so that's one of the reasons why we pulled down on ETH first. And now ETH is more bearish than Bitcoin. Well, how do we know ETH is more bearish than Bitcoin? Well, ETH is inside of our weekly system and Bitcoin hasn't gotten there yet. So we need that to happen. So that just means more down, not more up for crypto. There's the next close, and the ES and the NQ are still in a neutral state. US 30 is still neutral. SQQQ is in a bearish confirmation. Again, it popped that bearish confirmation right when it printed during the New York pre-market. SPY is still in a bullish confirmation to match the SQQQ. QQQ is still neutral. Russell, this position is now done. You should be out of the shorts on Russell. So you write the notes right here. Russell, 134 point win. You should now be out of this play. The reason why you should be out of this play over here on Russell is because if it pushes down here and confirms bearish with the bearish close, then you would open new shorts anyways. So, and also we're getting closer and closer to New York when you're going to put more emphasis on the other index features, being the ES, the NQ, US 30, also helping the positions or the stocks that I watch and teach you guys. And right now, like I showed you earlier, Amazon bullish, Apple is bullish, Nvidia is neutral. So more stocks are bullish than not. So it just means that shorts right here at the bottom are not going to be the best idea for index futures, folks. And plus, SPY is bullish, QQQ is neutral. You see gold is muscling up even higher. Silver holding. Ooh, this is a really good example of a spread glitch on TradingView and also the tick roll. You guys see this red candle? There's a sniper entry on oil right now, True Algo members, if you guys want to take it. Let me type that real quick. Sniper entry long on oil. I got to copy and paste this and get this over here. 1 second. I'm typing on our Discord side just so anyone who's not here doesn't miss it. We have a current market sentiment channel that only I post in. So just to show you guys, you see this close right here? I mean, it's literally on the line. And so that's the very last point where you would look to take a short position. And again, tick-wise, it's literally 0. It's not a measurable tick. So this is the initial position. The take profit is terrible because the risk to reward, the loss is twice as big as the win. But now, even if you lose on this, you're talking about a 5R position. This is fantastic. And so you lose on this, less reasons to be unhappy. And then True Algo members, this helps match because if you watch the Sunday post, we're bullish on oil. So if you were in a long position on oil, even though you're hitting that macro box, this is at least worth it to take. The other one is not, because the other one you are literally longing into my box. Now you're getting an advantage where you could trend through my box, and this is a much better play. It's also okay if you're not in it. So just chill. Gold's hitting the very top of our weekly system before it also starts a bullish trend. You can see on the day, though, for the dashboard, folks, look over here. You see how it's now trending green through the H zone. So through our high zone, we have trended bullish above it. And if you close above this yellow box, the weekly high, now that will turn green. Everything will be green, which means what? You only look for long positions on gold. Crypto folks, I'm going to pop on the 30-minute real fast, just our normal time frame rather than the 4 hours. Because I can see Tether and them playing at the daily system. But just show you guys what it looks like on a 30-minute. You won't be able to do much. So this is what I'm looking at on Tether. Here's the 30-minute time frame looking at it on Bitcoin. You see how the True Algo daily reversal low is trying to flip Bitcoin over here. These drawings you see are on the 4-hour time frame, but it just makes sense that we're going to teeter lower here and then potentially produce a reversal. But as of right now, crypto folks, there's no reason to be getting into long positions, just reasons to hold your swing shorts from before. I'm going to get these out of the way. The beacons and scalp targets on the 4-hour, don't you really be worried about that when you're swinging as much? I'm guessing that's Nick. Not yet, Nick. I mean, I can do it right now. I just don't want to bore people. Just give me 1 second, bud, and I'll do that for you. I got to repost the link, though. So if you guys see one of our members, he just asked about updating the template. And actually, I'll just show all you guys. Why not? Who the hell cares? Let's do it as a group. So this is what he's asking for. And so when you guys join our system, we actually provide you with templates so that you don't have to sit here and start to match your chart yourself. So you can see how it's loaded up. And so you see these little purple arrows, just means that it's telling you, in case you didn't check the Discord, which we said that there was an update, it's telling you there's an update. So we simply just go right here, and then we will click that little purple arrow. Now watch, update available. And then the checkbox for update across all charts. And now all of these will be updated on the elite system that we use. And so now you can see everything is updated. We are good to go. Looks fantastic. And then now I'll save this, and then I will repost the link for you guys in Discord so that you have it. And it's updated for you, Nick. So just give me 1 second, bud. Copy link, go to Discord, templates. Delete this. Updated the True Algo Elite 8 template for index futures to version 13, which includes the monthly. And there we go. And then one more edit. It is updated on the Discord side, Nick. So again, let me know if you need anything else besides that, buddy. I got you. I get bothered by this little dot. So True Algo members, or I guess anyone else watching too, for the New York session that's going to open here in 20 minutes, it's highly likely that we don't get anything at the open. And if price goes short, but not very short, like let's think like extreme short, like trending, it's going to be a little difficult to get into a position, because though the ES can confirm in this box, the NQ needs to produce another candle like that short right there. If it pops this yellow box, then we got to be in that neutral state, and then we're going to be in continued neutral loops. So you'll have to use the advanced strategy on the SQQQ or UVXY to help you get into short positions. Now, on the flip side of that, longs are going to be beautiful. There is a lot of room for price action to run upwards for the swing system, not swing system, sorry, the daily system. So you can like see it now, get a close above the daily intermediate low plus the weekly intermediate low on the NQ, and 150 handles up. The ES about 30 to 40 handles up. That would be fantastic because they both got room to run. So that's something that we can be watching. And then the SQQQ, in order to get that, SQQQ is already in a bearish confirmation, so it already supports you. And then if it gets down to this box and then stays in there, there's going to be some chop. So let's say we get this, and now it's going to chop up a little bit. And then if it reverses, then these will reverse and hurt your position. But if it can hold and then produce new shorts, then we get our monster win for the New York session. This looks great, and highly probable it's going to work out for us if we get the opportunity that New York presents it. If not, you're going to get in a neutral loop over and over and over again. You're very welcome, Flex. Yeah, the monthlies, it's going to be a very big game changer. And for any of you guys that didn't hear me earlier, I just want to be clear. So like on the monthly system, by the way, we are pushing down more on ETH right now. Get this stuff out of the way. Crypto, folks, it's like a godsend for you guys because it literally, you can swing trade easily on crypto. You guys aren't stuck with the prop firm mentality where you can't hold things, or the maintenance margin on like a futures account. So this is perfect for you all. And just repeating myself, but the monthly system here for you index folks, if you guys don't have the maintenance margin in your account in order to swing trade or hold trades overnight, every time the system gives you short confirmations from this, or tag team it onto the weekly system and push down, or get into a daily short like we did right here, this is where you size bigger in shorts, but you don't size as big in longs. So that's what it's going to help increase the odds that instead of sizing the same in every position, and this goes for all of you, you guys know I teach you this, you should not be taking the same size trade every single trade. There are certain times to be aggressive and certain times that there are not. And then your aggression should also affect your sizing and how quickly you should take profit. And so if you think about it, this will help you aggressively take shorts until you get to the next box lower on the monthly system, or the swing system, so to speak. And so now you still are taking smaller positions on long positions until we get down here. And this will help you throughout the month, not just the day or the week, start to produce bigger wins, even though it might feel like your sizing is smaller in certain directions. But I'm looking forward to talking to you guys more about it today. We will be releasing stats on the monthly in a future update as well. So for those of you guys that want to swing trade and look for how far to hold it, we got you. We got you on that. The Russell is still sitting in the same exact area. Again, like I told you guys, it's going to be a little boring here. For those of you guys that are trying to short gold, there won't be an active short confirmation through this. You would need to have a close below there for shorts. There wouldn't be a short up here, though it is beautiful, rejecting off the very high of our weekly reversal high box. And then we can try to push down, but there's not an active short that you'll be able to get into using the stats. One minute from the next close. All of our stocks are still confirmed the same exact thing. All of our index futures and non-futures, SPY, QQQ, are still confirmed the same as well. So a bunch of hurry up and wait. Sin, are you in here? Sinchester or whatever? Let me know if you're in here. Because I'll show you your question that you asked me. So things have changed just a little bit just now. The NQ is officially in a bullish confirmation right there. Let me show you, zoom in a ton. You see that this is a green candle that has now closed from hitting a box below it. So that's bullish. But here's the thing. You see the very bottom here? Confluence asset. So the NQ needs the ES to also produce a long, and the ES has not yet. So at the moment, you can't be in a long position, but this does support longs because I'll show you real quick. NQ, so if you put up like a bullish versus bearish versus neutral column right now, you've got the NQ, SQQQ is supporting it. You have Amazon Apple supporting it versus bearish. Watch this. None. There's no asset from our system telling you to be bearish. So you don't have the confluence to take the long just yet. And then neutral is multiple assets. So the Russell is neutral, ES is neutral, US 30 is neutral. So nothing is telling us to be short. Multiple things are telling us to be long. And so that's how we look at it at the moment. There are, on the stock sides, we have one short over here on Microsoft, but that's the only thing. That wouldn't cause us to take shorts on anything. Be nice when New York opens if it propels oil up to our box up here, all the way up to $60 a barrel. We'll be watching. And now we just awkwardly sit here and wait. So you notice I'm not going to jump time frames. I'm not going to force assets to do something. I'm not going to try to force a trade live on stream. It just won't. That's not how you should be trading. Just to get people, just to get views. We want to help people act correctly in real environments. So if any of you guys want help with this in the future, or if you have any questions and you need them answered, you can click that Discord link and message me anytime. I'm the one that posts on that Discord side as well, so you should see me, so you can ask questions. But I'm actually here to help the members. I'm sure they can tell you what you see right now is what we do every single day. And there'll be another stream here for members only. We go live right now almost 2 times every day. So about 90 minutes into the New York session, once we tend to get into some difficult consolidation fest that you see a lot with markets before they break, I go live for a second time. And so I'll be here helping them out with that. So if you're looking for someone to live stream for you twice a day, for about 90 minutes on average, I'll be here to help you. And then we have a third stream tonight for those of you that are looking for more swing type ideas. I go live for that at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you can't make the streams, we record them and we add them to our learning video platform so you can watch when you are able to. We really do mean it. We're not here to produce new indicators. We're here to help people act on live markets and actually help them. The pound is, we're trying to look to see if we can get into shorts over here on the right side. Shout out to Otoro, one of our creators. Like, hopefully people were not longing the pound up here at the highs, up at 1.348. You can see there's no bearish confirmation or bullish confirmation above the box, and that's exactly where you should stop price. And now we're trying to get into shorts on the pound, but at the moment there isn't any. The euro should also be looking for shorts. We use the 6 series for those of you guys that are using bigger brokers like AMP. Those of you guys that are on prop firms, you guys are on CFDs. So you use like that Euro USD or GBP USD. You can see the euro looks exactly the opposite of DXY. And this is what's so beautiful about it. You can see these bullish confirmations right here right at London Open. And there was a simultaneous short confirmation over here on DXY, which is what we teach you. It's just absolutely impeccable. And just right now, there's no new position. And one thing that's super, super pretty for the euro and the pound, guys, is look, you have that simultaneous red on red and green on green. There could be a really big swing development idea on Forex. I'm just going to put a note here on the sentiment channel. So give me 1 second. This is just in case anybody misses it. There could be a really big swing opportunity developing on DXY and the euro. Watch for a 4-hour close inside of the trending box. That's the green and red box you guys see on the weekly. Or we are going to reverse hard here, as 80% of the time we cannot close inside of the weekly trend high low by True Algo, meaning big reversal incoming. Don't miss out on that. I'll try to keep you guys posted. So what I'm saying is this is, again, simultaneous confirmation, and then, oops, did not mean to do that. And then you swing out of here, get the next box, take profit, push up, all in 1 week. And then you get the opposite over here on DXY in the euro, like this. And you repeat this process. You close inside of the green and close inside of the red. And instead of seeing this potential bullish move, you get the bearish move. And then you follow the trend. You guys know that whole concept, trend is your friend. If any of you guys took oil, there you go. Sniper entry win. Boom. Told you. Up here, it wasn't worth it. I wish I could tag my post in YouTube, but it doesn't let you do it. But wait, can I reply to myself? I can't reply to myself. I can reply to you guys. Where's sniper entry on oil? Ah, sniper entry oil win. There we go. Congrats. True Algo members, again, that's at sniper entry. You get as close to the stop loss as possible where most people are terrified. And then this gives us an opportunity to get into a new long or average in or down. But congrats for anyone who took it or held it. It's totally appropriate if you didn't. I still have to post what I see when it's happening. And for those of you guys that are not a member right now, I don't know if you can hear me typing, but I was typing in our Discord because I posted the same thing I did here for you guys, because there's people who can't be on the live streams. So that's why we have this separate channel on Discord where only I can type. So you don't have to go trying to find what my thoughts are, if there's activations that you might miss or assets that might present themselves. Or maybe you're just looking at the wrong asset. You're over here staring at the ES hoping to get a position. And reminder, look at the YouTube chat. It is still neutral. So as you stare at this asset hoping it's going to give you a position, hope is not a strategy. And instead, I can post in that Discord side to let you guys know that there's a position. Congrats. Buddy, I'm happy for you. We are 5 minutes from the New York Open. There will not be a position to open on any index futures. Unless the Russell drops really hard here in 6 minutes, there will be no position on index futures. And by the way, oil's still creeping up. It's 60.16. By the way, we did get to $60 a barrel that we talked about earlier. Remember, it was down here. And for the record, I just want to make sure you guys know I don't BS you guys ever. There's no point. If I can't perform live and the True Algo system can't perform for you, then you're not going to stay. But here's the 1 minute time frame on Tether. And as you guys will see, 5 minutes ago, we went higher like we said. We still need to go lower on Bitcoin, but just showing you that Tether 5 minutes ago did go higher. I'm sitting on the 4 hour because of the True Algo swing monthly system. Get this stuff out of the way. And still expecting Tether to push up higher and higher as well. You guys see how clean and less stressed the 4 hour is? It's going to be really, really helpful for you guys in 2026. Even if you just start your day on this and you zoom in. I already teach you guys, right? The True Algo challenge, what to do every day challenge. And we tell you to go to the 4 hour. So now you go to the 4 hour, and instead of just using my macro ideas, True Algo immediately gives you a system now to base your ideas off of, and your direction and your aggression. Oil's pushing up again. It just put in a new high. There you go. We should get to that box live on the stream. Boom. There you go. Ta-da. There's take profit 1. Next take profit is at the other side of the box at 60.3. JD, congrats to you, bud. And then we're 3 minutes from New York Open. Remember index futures, folks, to be flat. So index futures and SPY QQQ are telling us to be flat. I would like for us to push up here at NYSE Open as stocks and a few assets are bullish. But right now, there is no confirmation to go long. So this will be a potential boring or more importantly, a chop opening for New York that we can avoid. I will be live again at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to help you all on live candles. Currently still live on YouTube. And if you guys get an opportunity, I always forget to ask this because I'm not really a salesman. I like trading and I like coaching on live candles. I don't do the whole marketing thing very well. So if you guys get a chance to hit the like button, and then any of our videos, if you guys ever get a chance to just watch them and just comment, you can even comment for the algo. We're not trying to beg stuff for you guys. You don't got to spend all your waking time, and this goes for the current members too. Anytime you guys hit the like button or you post a comment on it, literally even just for the algo, you don't have to post anything crazy. You could just type one letter, it doesn't matter. That really helps the algo with YouTube. We have the trading algo figured out as best we can on live markets, but the YouTube algorithm, that's a whole other ballgame. Congratulations to those of you guys on oil. Nice win. So wins on Russell and wins on oil live. Everything else just chilling. You guys see how gold, I told you there's no shorts. And now gold's entering into long territory. And just to be clear here, we are going to be in a valid long. You just got to be really careful about sizing up here, guys. You're in the green box, which means the positions are bigger than average. And silver is in a potential sniper entry if it holds inside this box, but it might not hold in that box. Apple gunning it on the longs. Ooh, Microsoft just flipped too, by the way. Microsoft's now neutral for open. That can support more reasons to push up like I talked to you guys about. So over here, Amazon's going to be in a calls right at New York Open. It just flipped green too. We're just about to pop. And Microsoft is neutral now. This is fantastic. See if we can get a big old push upwards at New York Open. Ooh, ES might get it. ES is going to confirm long. It's a very small long position. You got to get the NQ to not touch. Oh, don't do it. That sucks. It looks like it's a tick away. Sorry for coughing on the mic. All right, it is valid. So you are in valid longs on the ES and NQ. Okay, it didn't touch. It missed it by a tick. And so I totally understand you guys not taking the idea because the take profit is so close, but valid longs on ES and NQ. I don't want to debate with you all about whether the take profit is close. A valid long is a valid long. You just don't take it. You know what I mean? Valid longs on ES and NQ at open. Stocks help too. So, and you can see the ES is already taking profit right there. The NQ is at the very top of this box, extend above, and then we can go much higher. And we still have room to run, by the way, on the SQQQ lower, which means higher on the index futures. No divergence right now, True Algo members, on US 30 against the ES and NQ. So we might get some divergence here in a little bit, but right now they're not diverging. Just means that you're very strong here at open. And by the way, just shout out to the stats. 134-point win on Russell. to the tick, and now, whoop, we are up, and away. No reason at all to reverse here. Again, if you're a gap trader, I'm not trying to hate on you. I'm just saying, well, what about this gap? You're picking and choosing. That's why our stats are so damn important. They remove that need. So if you're trying to be someone who wants to take an inverse gap where you do this, or you're someone who wants to take the fair value gap reversal, okay, and there's a gap here and there's a gap there. Well, which one is the one you take? Well, you take the gap reversal that's provided by our stats that tell you that's where you take your long position, because our system says 134 points. And then you can see that that other gap is too far down. So those you guys, you can take all those other people's concepts, because that's what they are. They are not strategies, they're concepts, because they all change on time frames. And you're using them against each other. And now formulate one single strategy with our system. You see that take profit just happened from the boxes. Take profit was close. Can be neutral now. Or keep stop at break even. I wouldn't have your position, like have your stop at the break even point on the confirmation, not based on where you got in. That means that it can only be a small loss, if anything. Or don't be in at all and just wait to see if we close above the box here. Don't chase. It's probably going to close it out here in just a second anyways. You can see Apple calls went beautiful. NVIDIA just missed that box, unfortunately. Amazon with a really big reload down here. That would be really nice now if it produces this out. But a big reload on calls for Amazon. Microsoft is still neutral. If you're wondering why I keep showing these stocks, is these four stocks make up roughly about 23% of the S&P. And so that's why we watch them. They have a big influence on the... So if they're all bullish, then we're very aggressive in our long position sizing. If they're all bearish, we're very aggressive in our short sizing. If they're neutral and chop, then you should approach the index futures with the same way. And then we are getting that divergence now, guys, on US 30 and the NQ. You can see the US 30 is now flipped into a bearish candle where the NQ is bullish. That's what I meant to you guys, that we would get some chop, and now starting to get that. And I said that we'd start to diverge. They just didn't diverge right at open. But really, really good opportunity to see that divergence live. NQ holding beautifully on the longs. Again, True Algo members, if you guys can just set your stop where the confirmation happened, not based off of where you got in, nice big push on the NQ just now, then you don't have to hold your loss down below here. But if you put it at where you got in, you probably got fed higher in the position. So you're going to get stopped out. Just take a small loss rather than a big loss. Put your loss, like your stop loss, where the entry is, like right here. That's where your stop is now. Not down there. Not up here too in your position either. Reminder, the SQQQ, right side of our screen, guys, still has lower to go, which means higher on the ES and NQ. Potential swings could develop here. Let me get this out of the way. Move it over like this. And then the potential for this to happen. You can't take this, but I'll tell you what, man, it damn sure looks good. Again, watch. Go like this. Copy and paste. Put it over here and watch how they look the same. Reverse it. What is wrong with my brain? There we go. And obviously, you got a CFD versus a futures. I'm going to get that the hell out of the way. Example's not going to work. So now I'll just show you what I mean. This is what we're looking for. It looks damn good too. Absolutely good. You guys see what I mean about silver held and then gold, but the stops are going to be really wide and hurt. I think gold or oil got up to the average win. Yeah. So let me put the stats up for oil. So you'll see right here, I'm going to put the stats up. You'll see in just a second, the average win on oil is 83 points. I just broke the system. And I'll show you right here. You see how it says 0.83? So like I showed you earlier on the Russell, that's the average win. in a second. It's loading. By the way, and then oil still needs a new update when we produce the monthly levels for you, and it'll improve the load speed for any of you guys. But like, look, 83 points, average win, 83 points. So reminder, I was talking to you guys about take profit 1 is when you get to the next box, or the average. In this case, it was that first one. I think it was like, what, 52 or 53 points right here? 54. And then now 83 is the average. There's your last take profit, and then you're good. The position's done now. So full average win hit on oil. And you should be completely out of the position now or you're just trailing your stop. You shouldn't be adding into it because there'll be a new short or a new long position if positions close up above that box. So full average win hit on oil. And by the way, True Algo members, for record, I said we are bullish on Sunday. And this is what I mean about using those comments to help you guys on sizing or directional bias for price. QQQ is actively taking profit from our box guys, which is helping stop the NQ and the ES a little bit. Again, remember, stops are right here, so you're fine. Don't stress. For a lot of you guys, this is your first trading day of the week because you didn't trade yesterday. You might have, but New York wasn't open yesterday. So just don't stress, man. Like, just imagine if you just leave the stop there and you come back 2 hours from now, you get stopped out, you start the day slightly negative. Or it holds, doesn't trip your stop, you come back 2 hours from now, and this is for people who tend to get in the way of their own trading, and then all of a sudden price is way up there. Then you have an amazing win. Again, just control your risk. That's the most important thing in trading. Congrats, Nova. You're welcome, bud. Russell, 7 minutes away from producing a new long position. You guys see this green candle above this box, but you have to wait for the close. Microsoft potentially can get into new sets of calls, which is bullish for markets. Got some take profit happening on Apple right here after the winning calls at New York Open, which is slowing us down on the NQ and the ES. No new developments yet on the crypto side. The ES pushing up higher. I don't think we got a new high, but it's really close. No, we did get a new high on the ES. Again, guys, just hold. Hold strong. Hold strong here on the longs, on ES and NQ. Like I said, place stops at the entrance of the confirmation and let it ride. Let it ride. Yeah, and then I'm going to put this note here for any of you on gold and silver. If you look at my initial post on gold today, I told you guys to stay away, right? Because where the boxes were on gold, I would stay off these for this session. We talked about this on the YouTube stream because of gold's boxes being so close and overlapping. Look at oil. Look at index futures. 5 minutes to the next close, and then I'll be jumping off. There's a bigger take profit happening now on these positions. Apple getting sold off a little bit. NVIDIA starting to open the sells too. So NVIDIA closes below this box on the right side. And then if Apple closes this current candle red, then it will also be in puts, which means markets will want to push down. You can see Amazon close too. So this is how we make our flip. Rather than forcing flips out and guessing, you wait till the edge is in your favor. And then if we close down here on these assets, then 3 assets simultaneously, we'll get into a bearish confirmation. So then we look for reasons to short or to get out of our positions over here. But we might trip that stop loss here in a second. Looks like the NQ's going to pop it here. Kenneth, you're welcome, bud. I saw your post on Discord. It's hard to not take these sniper entries because when you guys start really focusing on risk to reward, man, like you can't beat that. Getting a 5R or a 4R on average on a position live on candles, man, like it's just worth taking. So that's again the whole importance about me being on these lives and posting that a lot of you guys might not have been watching oil at that point, and it's my job to help you guys. So like I said before, have to perform. I don't mean like perform tricks and stuff like that, but trying to help you guys see an asset that maybe it's not on your radar. 3 minutes from the close, Microsoft getting very bullish. The other assets, we'll see if they hold the lows here. You guys see all this movement? For those of you guys that want to trade those 1 minute time frames, like how? When I say how, I just mean like you're just begging to get chopped to hell. So stressful. The craziest thing too is what a lot of people don't realize is when you talk about algorithms or whatever, it's not like some magical algorithm that's out there. It's the brokers know, they have the spreads. They know exactly on average how much to move price to take your spread out. And the craziest thing too about this on live candles is they milliseconds on their bots see you, like they see the price before you do. Just in case you guys don't know that, they do 100%. Their feed is quicker than yours, even just by milliseconds with their bots. So you're already facing that for people that are on smaller time frames. And then on top of that, then you have to act. And again, you're talking about milliseconds where they chop you up on small time frames. That's why you should practice on 15 minutes and 30-minute time frames, or even 4-hour for people who want to swing. You are not going to beat those bots over time. Even if you have speed, they're still going to beat you because they get the feed of data to their bot quicker than you ever will. And also, they're acting without any type of emotion or logic or whatever you want to call it. Like, they don't have to debate that. The bot is just scooping up both sides of it. You guys have probably been reading a lot about on like the poly market system of betting and trading. And those bots are just scooping up trades on both sides because that's what it can do, because it gets the feed faster than you ever will and act faster than you ever will too. So we, as traders who are acting in live markets, this is how you're supposed to trade. Stress lower. Open ideas on 15 and 30-minute time frames. Stop trying to do what everyone else does where they show you I won thousands of dollars in 30 seconds trading mini contracts on the ES and NQ. Like, you're literally asking to have your heart ripped out. And don't even begin to get me to talk about prop firm right now. We'll help you guys on prop firms, but man, if you're basing your rule systems based off prop firms, you are going to lose. And even if you beat them, they'll go underwater, which just happened again to another prop firm. Here comes a new high on the ES. I'm trying to distract you guys right now to not get scared out of your position. So if you're holding, you're good. ES full average win being hit or close to it. Scoop some of the win off here. We are now in a new long position on the ES and NQ. And this is really important. Where this new activation just happened, you see how it's an immediate red candle? It's because what you all should be doing with me live is taking profit right here rather than adding instantly back into the position. That's why you're seeing chop. But people won't know this unless they're live. If you aren't live, we are taking profit right here rather than adding into the new position. That is why it is opening red. It is still invalid longs, but you might want to wait 15 minutes for the next close in order to not get chopped up where we are taking profit on longs. Does that make sense, guys? I really, really, really hope you're listening. I'm going to put my notes that I just put in the Discord side. And also my hopes are those of you guys on that ES trade, why I said to take profit right on it is because the potential that that could happen. The Russell also retracing really big. You can see that we're getting that reversal on the SQQQ. Sit on your hands now. I'm tagging you guys too. Just trying to make sure I'm helping you on these live. Try not to tag you guys too much unless it's imperative. I think oil's going to blast off. Really do. I got to go too. Also, one of the other things too is like you guys look at a small time frame. Do you see how quickly it retraced on that position? So unless you went market long as soon as that closed, you're fine right now. But just use me from a live perspective that this is where you stop. Let that price push down for 15 minutes. The best thing would be too if it holds here, because then it'll continue this bullish market structure shift and push up. But right now, I'm telling you, like, we are supposed to take profit on these initial longs and now looking for reasons to push down. And then here's the next thing too. Remember I teach you guys about using the monthly system. The monthly system tells us to be very aggressive in shorts, not in long positions. And then obviously this is a new long right here. And this is where you are not aggressive in any way, shape, or form. Just wait for the next close. So my job here is I'm trying to make people miss a potential loss, or you get a sniper entry instead. Either way, that is a win-win. So type in a whole bunch, trying to make sure people get in a chance. All right. Stocks are chopping up too. You did get that long over here on Microsoft. Nvidia is still neutral. Amazon is still bullish. And then Apple is neutral, by the way. Apple is not bearish just yet. So you're just going to get some chop, like I told you. We're going to be taking profit up here at the high of this candle. And now let things chop up a little bit and then let some new longs develop. Let new longs develop after a few candle closes. All right, folks. Thanks, Chris. Oh, hey, bud. Miss you, man. I hope you're doing fantastic. I know you're super busy. We just actually, Chris, since you are in here, I just want to show you, because I know about your schedule, and you and I have talked a lot in DMs, and again, I just hope you're doing well. We have released now the monthly system. So not to talk about what you do, but I know what you do for a living. But for anyone else out there that's super, super busy, we now have a monthly system for those of you that you can't sit here and you don't know when to be aggressive, and you don't know, when I say aggressive, I mean like sizing in longs or shorts. And if you're not able to watch live candles as much as people during the New York session, well, now you can start to take ideas from the swing system when the alerts go off. And again, that's 4-hour candles, and it prints just for the month. So you can sit there and set your alerts for a month rather than sitting here and having to watch it every single intraday session that might hurt you. Just because you can't watch. You guys see how the NQ's holding? That's what I mean, but like just try to sit on your hands. Try to not stress this out. They're just trying to pull you out. And that's not new longs. It's us taking profit on that initial idea. And then right here, we can still go lower on this SQQQ, which means we go higher on the NQ. And for the record, we did already get the average win on the NQ. God dang, the system is good. And again, excuse my language for everybody out there. Apologies. 92.5 handles to the tick up here. I apologize. I had the bigger win on the NQ produced, but that's the average win on the NQ. And you can see that's exactly where they stopped. We are still going to go higher if you guys can hold through. I had 141 handles pushed up here before, but just hold through and we're good. Watch these longs hold. Hold strong. All right, guys, I'm jumping off now. I wanted to help you guys weather that storm. New highs on the NQ, about to get it here on the ES live. One more tick. But I hope that I was helpful. And if you guys want live help, this is what you get. There are discount codes available on the site labeled 10 off, 15 off, 30 off, and 40 off. Note that the 10% only works on the monthly subscription. But hope I was helpful, man. There's the new high on the ES. Let's go, man. I hope I helped you. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Nova, we already hit take profit 1. The next one would be right here at the full average win is right here, 68.93. All right, man. I'll see you guys in another hour, True Algo members, on the live stream on the Discord side. So, and any of you guys else, if anything is developed out of this, discord.gg/truealgo. Head over to the Discord side, and if anything develops, I will go live on the other live stream inside our Discord. So, take care.